I'm Marcus out of Colorado. My wife and I, Carla, have been married 19 years. We have two kids, Adriel and Maya, and he's 15 and Maya is 13. And my kids know the line of accountability. So what I do with them now, Bill, is when the trash needs to be taken out and Adriel hasn't taken out the trash, I say, son, are you operating below the line? My daughter had a moment the other day with her mom. You know, she was doing her eyebrows, didn't like the way it came out, and she was having like a moment. And I said, Maya, are you operating below the line? And she's like, Dad, you can't use that on me. I'm 13. I said, what, Maya? Yes. And so what we're going to talk about today is how we, as top producers, as top salespeople, transfer our belief to one person or another, or how they will transfer their belief as I got to think about it. That's a belief. I can't afford it. That's a belief, right? Or we get into a situation you can't afford not to have it. That's my belief, right? And so don't let anybody, we say this, I'm going to say it kind of from a church setting, but don't let anybody's unbelief trump your belief. Let me say that one more time. Don't let their unbelief trump your belief. Okay, so here we go. Let's get into this. This has been really helpful. I shared this when we were in Adam Katz's boot camp with Gina last week, and I think this will really help us set the stage for accountability. Because when it comes to sales and doing your thing on the sales side, you really have to be accountable for yourself. So if you have notes and you're taking notes, please write this down. We call this the line of accountability. So the line you have across your paper, we're going to call that the line of accountability. Now, above that line, you have these four things that are going to be critical to what we're going to talk about today when it comes to sales. You say, how does accountability have to do with sales, Marcus? I'm going to get there. I promise. But let's talk about it, okay? So number one is see it. When you see a problem, you got to see it, own it, solve it, and do it. Okay, so I'm going to give those four to you one more time. See it, own it, solve it, do it. And that's above the line, okay? So we have a problem. It can be, let's just use it on the sales side. Lack of personal production. Now, you can use this in your professional life and you can use this in your business life. You can use this at home, but you're not selling enough, okay? So here's how that looks. You ignore and deny the fact that you're not buying leads. Ooh, can I talk to you plainly? I might step on some toes. You know, we say in church, get your feet up. I'm coming down your pew. You ignore and deny, okay? Or number two, here's how it looks. You act confused. I don't know how many leads I should buy. I don't know what county I should buy my leads in. I don't know if I'm going to have enough to cover my lead bill on Friday. Or here's a good one. Here's a really good one. We blame. Oh, the leads suck. They're old leads. No one wants to book an appointment with me. And you have the same 10 leads and someone else will get 8 appointments and you got the same 10 leads, but it's someone else's fault, right? We're blaming. And then a fourth one is point the finger. That's a really good one. My manager didn't tell me what to do. I don't know how to do the ATM. I've never seen the in-home presentation. Number 5, wait and see. That could be, we just used it. I'm going to wait and see an in-home presentation. I know they got all the training on the NAA University, but I need to see one in person before I actually go into the field and do what I'm supposed to do. Number 6 is not my job. It's not my job to, call all these people before they die. It's not my job to have a sense of urgency. It's someone else's job. Or I'm going to get an appointment. Here's a good one. I'm going to get an appointment setter to call my $35 lead that they don't have anything invested in, pay them $10-15 an hour, and I'm going to have them book the appointment. Ooh, Marcus, am I stepping on some toes? They ain't going to like me. I might not be invited back, but let's go for it, right? Not my job. We have all done this. You can do this in your marriage with the kids. When you teach your family this model, though, here's how it works. You see a problem. So let's just use it in the lead example, personal sales, personal production, okay? You know you need leads in order to run business at a high level, right? So see it. That's the problem. So you see the problem. Now you own the problem. It becomes a part of you, okay? Now we solve the problem. So get with your manager. Hey, Bill, what area should I order my leads in? How many leads do you think I should order? What time should I make calls, right? So Solve It is really putting a plan or a strategy together and then do it. I love Andy's license plates on that car. It says do the do. We got to just do it. No more excuses, no more pointing the finger, no more blaming your manager, no more blaming the leads, no more blaming your spouse, no more blaming the kids, acting confused as if you don't know what to do, because we're going to give you the ins and outs of exactly how to sell at a high level, and really the mindset. And this is one of the things I really appreciate about Andy, because I've been working with Andy for a while, my wife and I, and he never has actually taught me how to sell, believe it or not. But what he has taught me is he has taught me how to think. This one is not in the text message, so I'm gonna throw you a little curveball just so we can.
All right.
We can flow together, okay? But what are some places in your personal life when it comes to personal production that you have had to take accountability for, that you've really applied to your business?
The first thing that comes to mind was honoring my schedule. I was a stay-home mom, and I was the go-to person in our extended family, for Jake's side of the family. We're here in Washington, where he's from, and he has extended family up here. And for many years, when they needed help with the yard sale, they'd call Belle. They needed help with a project, they'd call Belle. There was a potluck going on, they'd call Belle. Like, I was the go-to person because, I was the stay-home mom. And the first thing I learned when I started doing this was I had to set boundaries for my schedule. And then I had to respect my boundaries first, because no one else was going to if I didn't. So when I started running business that one day a week, it was a culture shock for my immediate family and for my extended family. And so for my immediate family, being unavailable, inaccessible 24/7, I had to make my dials on Friday evening. And so one of the shifts I made was we started ordering pizza for dinner every Friday, so that I didn't have to make dinner and I didn't have to clean up after dinner. That bought me time to make my dials so that I could dial to book up for Saturday. Well, on Saturdays, that's usually when family functions occur and things like that. So the family would call and say, hey, can you do this next Saturday? Or we're doing this a few Saturdays from now. But I had committed, Marcus. I committed, I've only got one day, and I'm going to use it every single week. I can never skip a day. So I treated it just like I had a regular job. I don't care if you want to call it McDonald's, Costco, wherever, that no, I'm on shift on Saturday. And so since I wrote it down on my calendar, one of the things I would do, I would take my activity book, and I still use it. It's right here. It's always in front of me because it's my life on paper. But I would make a little X on every hour block on Saturdays. And I would write appointment, 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 appointment. And I'd write 10 of those on there. So that when somebody called me and they say, can you do this on Saturday? I'd look at my schedule and say, no, I have an appointment. Well, I didn't have a name on it yet, but I knew I'm going to have an appointment. And if I didn't, I was going to door knock somebody to get one. And so the first thing I did was set my boundaries and then respect my own boundaries first. And that taught my family to respect my boundaries. After a while, they stopped asking because they knew, don't ask. She's going to say no. She works on Saturdays. And that's how it started.
So what are some things that you started to believe about yourself that you saw helped increase in your personal sales?
So one of the things that I guess I learned and discovered about myself that I'd never really thought about before until I was here getting the association that helped occur to me is that, Marcus, I can do hard things. I can do hard things. We have a special needs daughter, an autistic child. My husband was active duty military for 23 years. He would leave for a year at a time to go off to war. I've done hard things, therefore I can do hard things. And so that's one of the things I learned, that when coming here and starting a business and starting in a new industry, though the concepts and precepts of what we do is simple. It's like running a marathon is simple. Like, there's nothing complicated about running a marathon. You put one foot in front of the other for 26.2 miles. There's nothing complicated about it, but it's not easy. It is hard. And so this business is very simple, but it is not easy. But I was okay with that because what I discovered is that I can do hard things. And that usually if what you're doing is so easy, it's probably not worth doing anyways. We are designed to achieve. We are designed to aspire. We are designed to conquer things. That is inherently in all of us. And sometimes that's conquering the household cleaning project. Sometimes that's conquering the attitude of a 13-year-old. Sometimes that is going out there and conquering your own fear of standing in front of a door of an address you just looked up because you couldn't get a hold of them on the phone, right? That conquering, it's built inside of our DNA. And sometimes we lose sight of that. But once you get a taste of that victory again, Marcus, it is addictive. Like you start to know in every fiber of your being that you're designed to win. You're designed to win. And when you know you're designed to win, it doesn't matter if the person at the door doesn't let you in, because you're going to knock on another one and that one will let you in. So it doesn't matter, because you don't have to win every battle, y'all. We're winning the war. And in winning the war, if you keep doing the next right thing, because you know it works. It may not work in that tiny little instance, but it works overall. So you just keep at it. And at the end of the day, you can say, take that, all you naysayers. Take that, all you who said no. It's unfortunate for you. You don't have me helping your family, but I got 6 families who do. I got 6 who do. Right? And those are the ones I'm going to concentrate on. And I'm going to go out tomorrow and find 6 more. So once you get that victory inside of you, know you can do hard things. Know you're designed to win. Know that nothing can stop you if you choose to keep going.